welcome to this brand new episode of Newsmakers. This is a very special episode because we are here celebrating International Women's Day. And I'm so very honored and elated to be sharing stage with two very gorgeous women. They are here to share their success story. Their story is going to inspire all of us who are watching. And here, my dear women friends, this is an episode that you need to concentrate upon because I'm sure there's going to be so much that we learn for new mothers, for those who are working, for those who are leaders in their industries. Please stay hooked and do listen to this interview. So, I would like to start with my first guest, my first panelist, who is a gorgeous looking woman, and her name is Resham Kamboj. She's a tarot reader, she's a TEDx speaker, and I love the smile that you always put on your face. A very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Simran. The pleasure is all mine.
And another gorgeous smile that I have, and you carry in an aura of positivity that I have to tell you. We have our next guest, Dr. Jayashree Om. She's a Vedic Vastu expert and she's a geopathologist. A very warm welcome to you as well.
Thank you, Simran ji. Thank you, Hindustan Times. And really honored to be here today, to be part of this.
Thank you so very much. So let us start getting inspired, and I would like to go to Resham here. Resham, you look to be very young, and I'm sure you are a young person, and I know that you are a woman. I know that you've just received your TEDx, memento. You've just been a speaker as well. You are a tarot card reader, but reaching to this level is never so easy. Handling so much, so many roles at one point of time. Living your dreams, also taking care of a family is always not that easy. Please tell us, we would like to get inspired with your story.
So thank you for your question, first of all. Yes, it's never easy. I think it's never easy for anyone. But then it depends on us what we choose, right? Either we choose to quit on our dreams or we just choose to pursue our dreams. So I'm the one who pursued. And here also, I've got a very big human support, which is by my mother. And I think I couldn't have achieved anything without her. Why I'm saying this? Because see, the prime responsibility of taking care of a child, I have a 4-year-old daughter, is of a mother. The prime, no matter how much we debate upon it, this is the truth and this is the reality, है ना? Carrying the child se lekar, the prime responsibilities of a mother. But now when it's the prime responsibility of a mother, and then I have to do a lot of things like entrepreneurship or, focusing on my career. So it becomes very challenging. So here also, like, my mother played a very important role taking care of my daughter and honestly took off a lot of workload from me, like of taking care of her. Apart from it, it is very challenging for a girl, like, finding a good daycare facility or finding a good nanny or taking, care of a child simultaneously. So it's never easy for anyone, no matter what you do, no matter what gender you are.
Yes.
The thing, it all starts here. Aapko mindset rakhna hai, and then you will just reach there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So good to hear. And you've told us a very important thing for all the women who are watching. Now,
Right.
I am every time on these interviews, I've been telling my women viewers here that there is always a takeaway in every answer. And here that we get is that you have to, this is where it starts. You have to channelize your mind. You have to tell yourself that you are doing your best. Now, coming here to Dr. Jayashree, I would like to know, you are a Vedic Vastu expert. It's a big term, and also a geopathologist. Now, here, you've had your journey of being here into this life. I can also see that you're a TEDx speaker. I can see the momentum behind you. Also, it's a great thing to achieve being on such a
Inspired
great
by
platform. Yes, it's a great achievement in itself. Now, you are a leader in your own field. I would like to know, how has this journey been till now? What all have you achieved, and how do you feel about it?
The journey has been very smooth, I would say. If I keep aside my health issues, my finance issues, and my little, I wouldn't say mental issues, but yeah, I've had my share of downfall as well. But otherwise, this reaching to the a point where I'm an author has been very smooth. because 10 years back, somehow I realized that when I'm taking the responsibility on my head, it becomes very challenging. But at some point, I realized that if I surrender and give it to God, the journey becomes smooth. And that is when everything just was actually laid like a red carpet, and just things started coming, things started falling in place. And when I aligned myself to nature, mother nature, that is when everything just became smooth, as though she was doing everything for me. So I will not take the credit of my being a Vedic Vastu consultant, geopathologist, a yoga teacher, or I mean, author, entrepreneur, consultant. It's all Mother Divine. So it's she who's
Wow.
doing it.
Such a wonderful answer again, and that belief system. Now, all her mehnat, of all her hard work, she still owes it to divine. She does tell that it's all Mother Earth. It is all the divine forces that is helping her to reach here. And no wonder for all of us, this is all divinity that we reach to this point in our lives.
Yes.
Now, being a woman, I would say it's the beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, blessing that we all have. But still, as a women, we've got our struggles. We have to constantly prove ourselves. And motherhood, Resham, I want to come to you here. Motherhood is a big challenging role because we are always living in a guilt of leaving our kids behind and still doing our profession. Now, you are a mother of a 4-year-old child. Do you also have that guilt when you get out to work?
Absolutely, it is there, and it is to all the mothers. But sometimes I feel life gives us no choice, right? If you look out to the laborers, women we have, they are carrying their child, and sometimes the child is, nearby. There's a dupatta, and they've put their child, and they're working. There's no choice sometimes. Life gives you no choices. And similarly, the thing was with me. I've always been very passionate about my career, but I have to take care of all the finances of my daughter, like single-handedly. So, as it is said, always, it is very right. When it comes on your head, you get that energy or the power, right? And though the guilt will always be there, no matter what you are doing, whether you are a pilot or whether you are, a laborer, the guilt will always be there. But at the same time, you are, in a way doing it for your child, to feed your child or to make them, feel proud. So I think it will always be there. It will never go off totally. But rather, if I will say that when my daughter grows up from 10 years now or 5 years now, and she looks back to the achievements, she should not feel that, my mom gave up on her career because of me. So that's the reason, which keeps us growing as mothers.
Yes. And I'm sure then you become like your, inspiration for your child as well because they
Absolutely.
really look up to their mother. And I have to really, there's another admiration that I have for you is that you said that you're single-handedly doing things and high regards for that because it takes a lot of courage to do that. Now
Absolutely.
coming to, yes, absolutely. So, Dr. Jayashree, we always hear this thing that women are the true architect of the society. Now you are into this field, you are almost an architecture, you're making homes, and you're making homes look beautiful. Now what is your take on it? Like, how do you manage to do that? How has your profession helped you all through? Because end of the day, when you see that something you did for people as a vastu expert and they're so happy, I'm sure it gives you a feeling of, wow, I could do that. How has it been for you?
Like you said, almost an architect. I'm not almost an architect. I'm an ancient architect, I would
You're an
say.
ancient architect, yes. Yes.
I know there is no term such as ancient architect, but yes, I don't know the modern. I'm not an architect. I'm not studied the modern architecture. But if it comes to the ancient scriptures, I've read them like more than 50 times each book. That is more than 20,000 hours I've put in. So that is when the secret unlocks. Actually, the more you read, it's like a trust funnel. The more you read, the secret, you get to know the secret of the universe. You get to know the secret of the scriptures. So that way, I wouldn't say, it has been tough as a woman, because when you see women contribute just 15 to 20% to the profession wise, the into architecture, it's a male dominated society. It's
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I've had my challenges where, people would just say that she's a woman, she will not be able to do it. She looks like a kid. How will she do it? She doesn't look like that. The pundits. She's, she's well dressed and she's so modern. How can she, even translate the scriptures? So I mean, one need not be an ancient to, have that gray hair and ancient look to translate the scriptures. So the challenges are there, but when it's like, when you are ready, the book enters your life. It's like, the scripture enters your life. So when the people are ready, the scripture enters their life, and even I enter, and the divine intervene happens, and they get the result. So the result is done by the work is done by the Vedic Vastu scriptures, and the result is what the people get. But when we do it, we don't see as an outcome. We just have to do our job, like Bhagwan says. No, Shri Krishna says that, and just do karma. You don't have to think of the result. So that's how I've taken it, and it's been beautiful. I mean, I just love my scriptures. I love my profession.
Yes, I'm sure. And that really reflects in your personality that how much you love your work and how much you really believe again in divine forces. Like you said, then if you really wish you can carry it off, still being in the male dominated society, and then you could make your mark. You are here and then you're making people houses beautiful. That's superb. And this is
In
really
fact,
great.
I'm making their homes divine,
Yeah.
They're divine homes, because the
Yes.
architecture principles, the ancient principles are so much. So, I mean, they are like, all maths. There's no superstition or anything. So they're divine homes, basically.
Absolutely bang on. I'm sure that you are making their homes divine, and this is such a divine work. Every time we see in any profession, there is a divine intervention for sure. Now, here, since we are celebrating Women's Day, I would like to be very women centric. I would like to come back to Resham. Resham, how do you manage to look so gorgeous all the time? How, what is your success mantra of, happy, being healthy, being mentally happy? And I would really like you to inspire all the women who are watching. There's so much struggle, so much, but still being healthy. Again, there is a question added to it. No, being healthy, like there is also one tag that you have to look very good. There is a tag like you should look sexy all the time. Does that hurt you, or does this come to you every time? And if yes, how do you manage it?
Be very honest, the beauty definitely comes from your actions to start with. Yes, I'll talk about the external beauty as well, but the beauty comes in our actions definitely, how we are to our society, how we are to our children, how we are to the people around us. So I think nothing beats that. Apart from external appearances, I think one should always be, presentable, well dressed, and, even if no one's watching. Even if no, yes, we are relaxed in our pajamas and everything, but I'm saying otherwise, like we should be well groomed for ourselves. We should have we should go and take a hair spa just because you should feel good about it. Not that your hair will look good a certain way. Yes, that's an add on. But I always believe that, carrying a small, smile on my face always does the job. I don't think
That's
a
what
lot.
I could feel that you always put that beautiful, gorgeous smile.
And I put one lipstick sometimes, and that's all. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I think one a woman should be happy from within. It will be reflected, on her face. But because of so many responsibility, and as you mentioned, Simran, very rightly, to way, to look a certain way, to look sexy, or to look, a certain way, in different walks of our life, they are definitely presumptions and assumptions, the way we look or way we dress. If your cleavage is visible, then they'll call you something. If you're dressing modest, they'll call you something. So you better wear what you like. Yeah, people will say something or the other, no matter what you do.
Yes, yes, exactly. So here again, we've got this word of wisdom from Resham. Just be yourself, wear what you like, just live your life the way you want it. And on this special day, I would just all of you to really realize and take a pledge again that we want to live our life on our own terms, be it however. Now I would like to speak with Jayashri. Jayashri, what is your mantra of being happy in these stressful times? There is a lot of mental stress that goes around, and women, we tend to forget our health. A lot of times we tend to just ignore a lot of things that is going, for our body, that we ignore. I would like to hear that how do you manage to keep yourself fit? Is there any kind of an exercise, there's something else that you do to be happy and healthy, and especially mentally healthy?
Hmm. So this is something which I realized 10 years back, that my health is going for a toss. If I don't take care of my health, then it's going to be difficult. So I got three mantras from my mentor. First one being that I have to rise before sunrise and do Surya Namaskar. So I
Wow.
do 108 Surya Namaskars within 45 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
that takes care of my cardio. Second, he said that I have to ensure that I have to read the scriptures. So the reading the scriptures and then becoming a financially independent woman helped me with my finances and everything. That actually has given me a personal freedom. And the third one being doing meditation or sadhana. So I meditate regularly. I have my morning sadhanas, I have my evening sadhanas. I also do havans very regularly. That is even the Abhishekam is my favorite actually. If you see my moon of eighth house, we love water, and that's why I love Abhishekam. So that I do very regularly, and definitely taking care of my protein intake. That is something I just don't miss. Morning and evenings, I have my share of protein with green moong dal. That has really, taken care of my health and that smile, because I'm happy inside. My gut is good. My mind is fine. I mean, it's like, that peace of mind is like maintained. So because the more I've realized, with more carbs, my mind somehow becomes very foggy. There is brain fog. So when I reduce my carbs, that's taken care of. So these are my three tips.
Okay,
The
wonderful. So,
tips.
like Jayashri just got to hear from her mentor that she has three amazing tips. Now, health is very important for all of us. What you take inside depends, and that shows on your outer body as well. We've just been told that eating carbs is not that great, but yes, do make sure that you eat good amount of proteins and more of it. That I got to know from Jayashree. What keeps her happy is meditation.
Yes.
Spirituality, is anyways, is a great thing to be doing to keep your mind sane. Mental health is the foremost thing at this point of time.
Yes.
Now, Resham, you are raising a 4 year old. Beautiful, she's a girl child.
Yes.
What a blessing again you have. So, for raising a woman, raising another woman, what do you aspire her to become? And here, this answer is not only going to be on her behalf, for her basically,
Right.
but for all the other women who are watching and also raising women. Please give us an inspirational answer.
First of all, I want her to become a very, kind human being. She should be very kind, but at the same time, the world shouldn't eat her, right? She should be fearless enough. She should be bold enough. She
Mhm.
shouldn't be a people pleaser. She should be there, out there to, say no, learn to say no.
Mhm.
Often, so many stories we hear on the news channels and on the television that because we are not able to say no, so many things happen to us, right? So at the initial level, I just want her to be a kind human being, and later on, whatever she wants to become in her life, but she should be financially stable. I am always there. As parents, we are always there. Still, my parents are there, like if something comes up, they are the biggest backup in our life, right? But no matter whatever my pocket allows, I never make her feel like, you own the world. I
Hmm.
never make her feel that. I give her the importance of 15 rupees, 20 rupees. Okay, now you save it. Okay, these many points you've got now. Okay,
Hmm.
now you have 50 points, you will get 50 rupees, and now we'll buy something. So
Wow.
when she learns to value money and she learns to value the people around her, the caretaker who comes in our house, how respectfully she's talking to her. So no matter what she goes, wherever she goes in her life, she should be a humble, let's say if she's an entrepreneur, she should be humble. And these quality of, respecting the money and everything should be around it. But yeah, most of all, like every parent, I want her to be successful, but without any, pressure of being like, you should be this or that. Never. I'll never do that.
Amazing. Like we've just been told again by Resham, do not impose your dreams on them. Give them wings to fly. This is very important for all of us as women to be teaching our kids, no matter a girl child or a boy child. It has to be a same teaching for everyone. We need to live our life with our wings. Now, coming back to you for the last question, I would like to know from Dr. Jayashree. You are a leader in your own field. You're excelling. You're the architecture. Now, there are a lot of professional women who are watching you. You are also doing a lot of other roles, like you are also an author. You're being on a speaker stage. What kind of an word of wisdom would you like to give them to be like the way you are, or they're aspiring to be like you? What is that they should do? What is that key mantras besides the health that you gave?
Key mantra would be to be, financially, first thing is financial independence.
Mhm.
Is very, very important. Have the tendency to, earn and then give back to our family. We just don't keep anything for ourselves. Uh, but I think there you need to have at least, 20-30% savings for yourself for, you never know. So that's one key thing that, every woman should, uh, you know, take
So you
care
feel
of.
that financial independence is very, very foremost for all of us.
Very, very.
It is
Uh,
supreme.
yes, it is. I mean, I have seen it because we are, whatever said and done, we are into a patriarchy system, and it
Yes.
is deeply rooted. And who actually pushes it? The women themselves.
Yeah. Exactly. We are always so dependent that we just forget to take our own decisions. And you
Yes.
said it so rightly that it is important to be financially fit. Because if you are financially fit, of course, that will make you mentally fit. Very, very true.
Yeah. So that's one key mantra. Just one mantra I would like to give is to be financially independent.
And since you being financially fit, do you enjoy everything that you dream of? Like if you wish
Oh,
to fly, if you wish to
talking
travel?
about I am just everywhere. Every month I travel. I go to the Himalayas. I go to, I mean, I was in Australia just last month. I bought whatever I wanted to. Otherwise,
Wow.
the family is like, no, 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 don't. This is too expensive. Don't buy this. Don't buy that. Nothing. And my son wanted to just buy whatever. I mean, I was like, just no boundary, nothing. Just fly
Wow.
high. But
Wow.
I mean, it's like, your sanskaras are there. You know where to, have your boundary, where to just draw that line.
Mhm.
So that's important. But yeah,
What a
fly
smile that we
high.
just saw. What a smile that we just saw on your face the moment you told us that I enjoy everything I want. Now, this financial stability has given you this power to just go beyond barriers and live your life to the hilt. I see this in you that what makes you happy is just be yourself, and we've been thoroughly saying the same thing, my dear audience, my dear women friends. Be yourself. It's the time. Realize it that we need to live for ourselves. We need to be financially independent. We need to be mentally healthy. Not being voluptuous as always, but yes, stay happy inside. Attain that, achieve that. However, put yourself first, and self love is the foremost thing that we need to achieve. I would just want to say thank you to both my panelists here, both the gorgeous women here, for making this time out from your busy schedule to be here on Newsmakers Talk Show, a very special Women's Day celebration that we are doing. We are celebrating each woman. And I would like to say to both of you both are leaders and you both are such celebrated women in the society. Thank you for being here and bestowing our platform.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Simran ji. Thank you, Resham ji.
Thank you so much once again. And my dear lovely audience, I am going from here, taking off from this interview with a heavy heart because I loved talking to both of them. And I really wish that I could go on and on. But I too have my reservations here. I am now going to say goodbye, but I promise that I will be back with my yet another dynamic panelist of women sharing their success stories, they're sharing their love stories, and whatnot. But yes, the idea is to inspire all of us. Here's Simran signing off, but I'll be back. So stay happy, stay blessed, and stay loved. Self love.